This episode of the Morning Metro was recorded on September 23rd, 2017. Very stupid. So yes, the season pass for Star Wars Battlefront 1 was released, and I have not had a chance to play it. I have no idea what it's like. I was gonna stream, but I was like, no one's streaming Star Wars Battlefront 1 anymore, are they? So I don't know. Gershon, did you pick up this season pass at all?
No, I have not. That does seem like something I have to take a look into it.
So, anyway, just a random thing. I wanted to check it out for yourself. They released the Outer Rim, the Bathan Death Star, and Rogue One Scarif. So I was trying to remember how to pronounce that. So that's available for DLC and stuff, and it's completely free and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know. It seems like EA is trying to put life into their old game before they release their new one, is what it feels like to me. Apparently, I don't know why they would. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe, they're trying to get people back into Star Wars Battlefront since they epically, royally messed up the first one.
Definitely, yeah. So yeah, but that's the thing, and I just don't think it's necessary. I mean, the game's already been released. No one is playing it. Like, hello, EA. But then again, it's EA. Why should we be surprised? That's just what they do. So yeah, that was just something random I found. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. Speaking of sort of movie titles and movie trailers, now I'm actually excited for this. There's been a trailer put on YouTube that is a trailer for the new Lego Ninjago movie, which I watched last night and looked really super good. And yeah, this one looks really, really fun, actually. I'm going to play a little bit of it. Wait, that's a copyright sub by Taylor Swift. But yeah, it's a story of a boy and apparently his father is a crazed, power-hungry person or whatever, and they end up going on this crazy wild adventure and stuff, and it looks really, really good. It looks like they kind of did the same sort of like animated art style that they did in the first one, which was the Lego movie, which I've seen several times and I actually do own myself. It's really, really funny to watch. The commentaries on it are so real. But yeah, so new Ninjago movie. I'm excited for that to come out. And also, speaking of movie trailers as well, there's been a new Tomb Raider movie release or trailer release, and I'm so excited for this. Starring Alicia Vikander, who plays Lara Croft, and I'm excited for this. This comes out March 2018. And so it just looks so good. It's an adaptation actually of the 2013 reboot game that came out a couple years ago and stuff. And so the director of the movie actually did some adaptations of the scene and turned it into a movie, which was great because actually the original game for Tomb Raider 2013 was like a horror movie. It was like disgusting and morbid and very, very gross, like something I wouldn't play myself. So it's nice that they actually had some good sense and rewrote the story for a movie. So Gershon, thoughts on these two movies, or any movies you're excited for altogether for that matter?
Well, I will definitely probably end up watching both of them just for the kicks and giggles of it. Lego Ninjago, they had a cartoon series, that one as well. And that was okay, kids. So I'm hoping that the Lego Ninjago movie is just as good. Tomb Raider, I've seen all the Tomb Raider movies, so I will probably watch that one just because, and hopefully it turns out to be a good one as well.
Yeah, I saw some. Sorry, I'm eating my breakfast here, guys. I saw some clips of when I keep forgetting, Angela Jolie did Lara Croft for a Tomb Raider movie. Really did not like her acting, honestly. Like, I saw some clips, I'm just like, they picked her? Why? Like, it just kind of, I don't know. I just didn't like it. It's not something I think I would have really would have watch, honestly, if you know, for when it came out and stuff. So no, I don't think I really would have watched that, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. But this one really looks pretty decent. I'm excited for it to come out and stuff. I feel like now March can't get here soon enough and whatnot. So but yeah, two movies. I'm excited for that. I can't really get excited for any movies right now because there aren't really any ones that are out that I feel like are sort of noteworthy of or whatnot. But yeah, any other movies, Gershon, you're thinking of seeing or excited for at all?
The Circle, which is basically another deal off of the King.
Okay.
They add the British and then the American Western style of the King's.
Oh gosh.
I think that one will be good. I'm waiting for that one to come out.
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of like get a little like leery when they take like books or movies or whatever and they like turn into a movie and I'm just like, this is terrible. What were you thinking? So but yeah, it was it's kind of nice that they, you know, like I said, they took a video game and they did some like changes and stuff to actually make it plausible for a movie and everything. So very good choice on them. Go ahead, moving down on the article train. Now we're sort of down our entertainment news. This is one that got submitted last night in our email, which you can email us at themorningmetro@gmail.com if you want to submit some articles for us to talk about. Dairy Queen is ignoring being politically correct. A Dairy Queen location in Wisconsin posted a sign outside the location. I'm going to go ahead and read the sign. This comes from foxnews.com. The sign reads the following. Notice, this restaurant is politically incorrect. We have been known to say Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, God bless America. We salute and honor the flag, give thanks to our troops, police officers, and firefighters, give thanks to the USA and free Sundays to veterans on Valentine's Day. In God we trust. And this is apparently, they decided to basically say, no, we're not going to be politically correct. And I think it's kind of funny and humorous. Fact that, wow. Yeah, I mean it's right outside their location, and apparently I sort of reading some of this last night. Just the fact that they decided to just diss the whole political correctness. I mean, more power to them. I feel like there's almost too much of it nowadays, honestly.
Yeah. There's too much politically correct stuff going on out there.
But yeah,
if you got a problem with it, deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's or as we've talked about on the show before, just walk by it. Just completely walk by it, and no one's, you know, whatever. Apparently, the politically correct sign has gained attention recently after someone posted a photo of it on the official Dairy Queen Facebook, writing, "I find this extremely offensive. Please speak with the franchise owner." The post has been since removed, but sparked thousands of likes and shares, according to an NBC affiliate in Chicago. Since then, Dairy Queen has received comments from people speaking in support of the franchise owner and his right to run his business as he sees fit, which that's really cool to see, to actually see the overwhelming support and stuff. And some comments here. You know, corporate, please do not make a statement that goes against freedom of speech and religion. The First Amendment is what this country. So it makes this country great, wrote one Facebook user. It's just a whole bunch of other ones. If you guys want to read the article for yourself, you can, of course, either read along with us or check it out on your own time there in the chat box and stuff. But, yeah, Gershon, have you seen any other locations just sort of say no to political correctness? I certainly haven't where I live, but I didn't know if you had seen any.
Unfortunately, no, I haven't seen a whole bunch of that. In fact, with my job, we've been told that we're not allowed to say Merry Christmas or thing of that nature. And I'm just like, you listen to what? 2 of my calls throughout the entire week. I'm sure I can get away with it.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, they're just either phrases or things. I mean, like Merry Christmas, like the source of the holiday is I'm sorry, is Christ. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm gonna throw some unpolitical correctness here. I mean,
careful, there might be snowflakes in my room.
Snowflakes! Oh, but they're real frosty, aren't they? They're
Yes,
being
they
a real
are.
Grinch and
They like to
cold-hearted.
give us the cold shoulder sometimes.
Oh. I mean, you know, I'm sorry, but like it is what it is. You don't either like it or you lump it. You can just, you know, choose to take it as is or get a cold lump of, you know, get a lump of coal in your stocking and stuff. I mean, it's just enough with it. You know, I think it's cool that like somebody's willing to have the, you know, the freedom to say, you know, no to some of this stuff, because it's gotten so out of hand.
Hey, yeah, and you know it's gotten out of hand when the president of the United States of America is Donald Trump, and his whole campaign deal was all about being unpolitically correct. And that's why he got voted into office, I believe. One of the main reasons is because he was so unpolitically correct.
Yeah.
We're sick of it. You know, you couldn't say anything. Where'd the freedom of speech go?
Yeah, I mean, as long as in my opinion, as long as the amendment is still there, then we should be allowed to say what we want. You know, whether online or offline. It's just kind of like, I mean, the change starts when someone starts doing more of it or saying more of it and stuff. I mean, you know, granted, I know some people and I know some streamers and stuff don't want to necessarily say one way or the other and everything, but you can still logically talk about something as long as you've got your facts straight. I mean, we've said this so many times on this show. I don't even know why I keep saying it, but just, you know, I guess just for the sake of, you know, the internet that it is, unfortunately, I kind of have to, sort of as a disclaimer. But, you know, like, just, if you've got an opinion, if you've got facts to back it up and show somebody that this is a thing, then do it, you know? Don't be afraid to do it and stuff, so... I don't know. That was just something that I found very cool and very interesting and pretty funny and such. So, yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and... I'm sorry. I'm tired, and we're sort of running out of time because I know Gershon's got off to work, so we kind of got to speed through this episode, unfortunately. But we're going to go ahead and move on to our, like, sort of second last article a little bit. And I don't find this, like... I don't know why Nvidia thinks this is necessary, but apparently there's been... I'm going to say... not necessarily confirmed talks and details, but apparently there might be a 1070 Ti being released, which there's already a 1080 Ti. Why do we need a 1070 Ti? Like, I don't understand the point of this, but apparently this has been, well, according to the article source anyway, supposedly there's been confirmed, the product's been supposedly confirmed of their industry sources, quote unquote, whatever that means. That could mean a number of things. That could just mean they just heard it from a Joe down the street or whatever. But apparently it's been industry sources confirmed that say that the final name just yet, but I have learned that the GPU is the GP 104-300. This is how I confirm the fact. The product is referred to as a TI within the company I spoke to. Now, he doesn't cite his sources, which I find that a little suspicious. But I don't know. Apparently, there's just been some talks about it. I don't think it's necessary. We already have. There's enough TI cards. I mean, you have the Titan X. You have the 1080 Ti, and and then you have the then you have the 980 Ti. I thought there was like a 1060 Ti actually. I don't know if there is or not.
Well, now let's just look at it like this. They're just trying to grab all the money they can, because if you add a Ti on the end of it, somebody's gonna buy it because it says Ti.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I have a 980 Ti actually. So I mean, I bought mine not because it said Ti, but because it had the VRAM that I needed, because of some of the games I was playing were taking, you know, upwards to, you know, 4 to 6 gigs at any one given time and stuff. And I think I was running a 960, and that only had 2 gigs of RAM. And I was also having trouble with streaming with OBS on top of it. So I bought my Ti just because of the VRAM, not because of the name attached to it. I mean, names don't usually get me anything. It's usually just like, okay, what does it do? what is its, you know, specs, is it worth it, etc. Gershon, thoughts on like products and just fancy names? I mean,
I'm trying to bring something up. Okay, let's. That was it.
we're trying to research and development, man.
No, I said pause. Did I say continue to play? No, I did not. Okay, so I'm about to share something with you that I'd like for you to see grow up along with the audio.
Oh my. I have received said video. What is this?
Granted, this is an old one, but this is a commercial that shows that sometimes companies will come up with the stupidest reasons to try to make an extra buck.
Oh my.
Shreddies are supposed to be square.
Have any of these diamond shapes gone out?
New Diamond Shreddy cereal. Same 100% whole grain wheat. Delicious diamond shape.
Oh man. Oh my. That's just too true. Oh.
Like I said, an extra buck.
Hey,
and
it
all we did with the cereal was turn it to a 90-degree angle.
Let's turn it sideways. It looks like diamonds. I'm eating with my diamonds.
Oh, gravy. That's what companies do these days.
Yeah.
They change one tiny little thing, and normally isn't even that significant, and all of a sudden, let's charge an extra $100 for it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, or you look at the ingredients, and it's like one ingredient difference, and it's suddenly more expensive. Or you look at, I mean, it's just, I mean, yes, I understand they have to make their money, but don't be stupid. Like, just have a good reason for charge based on the quality, not on the name. Okay?
Exactly. Well, and that's the problem. I mean, there was an episode of Good Mythical Morning, which Good Mythical Morning is awesome, by the way. And they did a comparison between different types of food products, that name brand versus, like, you know, your great value or best choice, you know, your El Cheapo values. And some of the El Cheapo brands actually tasted better than the brand names.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I think it was like they did the waffles, the Eggo waffles versus the Great Value waffles, and the Great Value waffles actually taste better. And I decided to go out there and try that myself.
Really?
And I have to agree, Great Value waffles tasted better than the name brand Eggo waffles.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's just... So before you go out there and start thinking that, oh, if I buy name brand of things, they're always going to taste better, give the off-brand a try as well alongside, and see if you like the off-brand better than the on-brand.
Now, the only reason why I'll buy like on-brand stuff, and I'm talking specifically maybe electronics parts, is because like you want to make sure that you're actually getting what you're getting. Like, you don't want to have hardware failure in the middle of doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Yes.
But no, like my mom will shop for off-brand, you know, sort of off-brand or the store brand of something. And I don't feel like I'm missing anything. To me, it's just food. That's all I care about.
Okay, so public disclaimer here. When we're talking about on-brand versus brand and versus off-brand, whatever. When we're talking about Great Value versus some Lego Miego.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about food here. When it comes to electronics and some of the other things, brand sometimes makes a difference.
Yes. It does sometimes, but a lot of like, but if you're talking, it's like sometimes usually now, some off-brand foods don't always taste as good. I will admit that, and I've had some off-brand foods that were just kind of like, ew, what were they thinking? Like, I have had that happen, but yeah, I mean, if I could save like a little bit of money, yeah, I'll get the off-brand stuff, like the giant brand of Life cereal versus the actual Life cereal, or something like that, or, you know, yeah, sometimes you can get away with that kind of stuff. But it's so frustrating that the way that marketing works is based off of just one little syllable change, you know, that kind of thing. So I don't know, but yeah, I kind of sit there and just like, cool, 1070 Ti, completely worthless. I mean, the clock speeds look the same, the gigabytes, I mean, maybe it's just like a little bit off, but it's really like a lot of the same bus width and bandwidth and the flops and all that kind of stuff. And I just like, I'm looking at some of the stuff here and I'm just not seeing anything that's worth like grabbing, honestly, unless you just want to not feel like a poor person and be like, yeah, I have a 1070 Ti and next to someone's like 1080 Ti and you're just like, but it's got Ti on it, dude. Yeah, welcome to the club, you know, kind of a thing.
Exactly.
The Ti club.
It has Ti on it, it makes it that much better.
What does TI even stand for? I don't know why they picked that name. It doesn't even mean anything. It's just 2 letters. I don't know. Well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on right to the last article because shortest episode ever and running out of time. Tesla is actually creating its own chips for its own autonomous vehicles with AMD. Apparently, Tesla is planning to use its own chip to feature versions of its autonomous vehicles and systems. It's working with AMD on the project, says CNBC. The company has been working with Nvidia and currently uses Nvidia GPUs to power autopilot. It'll shift away from third-party components with chips it's now developing. Prototypes of the new processor have reportedly already been delivered. As long as Tesla continues down this path, it'll have more reliable supply chain and could improve the performance of its systems. Autopilot is led by Jeff Killer, who worked on processors at AMD and Apple. His work experience could have pushed Tesla into this direction. So, very cool. I'm actually seeing a lot of companies now developing their own chips. There's been quite a few. I think Apple was one of them. There's a bit now Tesla. There's been a couple other companies actually that are getting into developing their own system chips and stuff. I guess because of maybe just pricing and cost, I would assume.
Yeah. Well, the whole idea of an autonomous vehicle that can drive itself, I honestly don't foresee that being the future as far as, you know, as far as the roads we go now. I can see it being more of a trailway system where vehicles are actually connected to the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like trains,
yeah,
and then they move like that. Because what a vehicle's not going to be able to account for is if there is even one other vehicle on the road that's not automated.
Mm-hmm.
That's the dangerous vehicle on the road. So either every vehicle has to become automated so they all can speak to each other and all can tell each other where they're at.
Yeah.
Or none of them can be.
I mean, if they're going to be autonomous or self-piloting or whatever, they better have really good virus protection and anti-malware and hackable, you know, protection and stuff.
Well,
because
that's a whole nother thing right there. As quickly as these hackers and these hijackers are just so intelligent and so quick at jumping off of any technology and completely ripping at a new one, that's going to happen here as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, and you think about Equifax got hacked recently. It was all over the news with their with people's social security and identity and all that kind of stuff and everything. They had a large mass hack and stuff, and you know, if they can get, and they hold like everybody's like information and stuff, and you look at that and you look at autonomous cars and think to myself, dear Lord, no, I do not want an autonomous car. I want to be in control. All I want my car to have is just Bluetooth or some kind of aux jack to plug in my tunes. Otherwise, I don't want anything else automated. Like, that's really all I care about. My phone can do all the work for me for all I care. I would rather have in some ways, I know it sounds terrible, I would almost rather have my phone hacked than my car, because at least I can stop the car, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I would rather have my foot on I don't know. I don't really think this is necessary for us to have self-driving. I feel like self-driving cars are almost like a new fad, you know, like let's bring us into the Jetson age and self-driving cars. And
now I will say, if you can have your own self-driving cars, I was doing a little research on this. Depending on how they have them set up, if it's on a railway system, then that's great. That helps people get around a lot quicker, a lot safer. But here's the thing: when you stop at a red light, all the cars come stopping up behind you, and then in that red light turns green. Rev your engine, you start going forward, then the next car starts going forward, then the next one, then the next one, so on and so forth. And then half the time, especially if there's a long line, that last person or that last group of people, they don't get to go through because the light's already turned red again.
Yeah.
Now, if all the cars are programmed and in sync with each other, all move at the same exact time, more cars can get through that green light before it turns red.
Interesting.
Don't have to wait for the car in front of them to keep going forward. So in a way, it could decrease traffic. That's only if all the cars are automated and working in sync.
Good point. Good point. But I could see where, like, then you're now talking about like a more Internet of Things, and more, you know, things have to be connected, and you know you're having to like wire networks and wire servers and computer systems, all of which are hackable, I might add, because they'll have to pull from some data somewhere. But that's a very futuristic like world, like a very futuristic thinking actually, and I never really like thought about that, but that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know, I just want to be in control of the car, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to feel the power in my hands.
I feel the power now.
Wow. Holy cow.
So, but yeah, so I don't know, very interesting, but again, cool. It'd be cool, great to see how their chips turn out. And who better develop their own chips than Tesla themselves in-house, especially if they did a lot of in-house development. Hopefully that means that the cost be lower, there's less people to pay, more resources to put into it, more funding, stuff like that. So, yeah, kind of a smart move. Very interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this all turns out. I don't know if there's any way of finding follow-up articles, but there you go. So, but yeah, Gershon, any final thoughts on any of our articles and stuff before we end? I know you got to get off to work and stuff, obviously, but didn't have anything else to say beside.
No, not really. I do want to point out that this is the end of season, and we're gonna have a few weeks off. We're not gonna have any episodes, or at least no article-based episodes. We may be doing Let's Plays or
perhaps, yeah,
things of that nature. But other than that, the season 2 has come to an end. We'll be starting season 3 up probably sometime this time next month.
Wait, so you're talking what? Maybe like, do you mean next month in October?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say, wait a minute, what? Like, yeah. Well, honestly, like, I don't know, we'll have to talk about off show, obviously, but, yeah, we'll have to, because we've been running some really great seasons. By the way, thank you to everybody who has been in support of the Morning Metro. You guys really helped make the show, your chat involvement, and stuff like that. And Gershon, has been great working with you for season 2, and I look forward to season 3, which is really cool because it's awesome to have a series on YouTube, honestly, and I've really I love doing the Morning Met show, just not when I'm tired and not when it's last minute, like today was. So, yes, no, next time we come back, we'll be better planned, I promise. It was just, we had some conflicts. I think something happened with Google Docs, whatever. It did not come together, I guess, the way it did, or something like that. We just got pinched for time and stuff. So, but yeah, we will, guys, keep an eye on my Twitter. You can follow me at Josh_Grow21, or if you're part of the GOTG Discord, you can keep an eye out there as well, and I'll be talking about that and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Gershon, again, always a pleasure, sir.
Yep.
And have a good morning at work and stuff. And until then, we will catch you guys for season 2 next time, whenever that is.
That is, exactly.
Yeah, so.
See you guys later.
See yas.